Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Cucumber Succulents. Wait a minute. That's a different program. No, it's Gravity Groove here with Not Safe for Work Magic. And we are going to continue this meaningless slog on day 17 of our quarantine. For those of you that don't know me, I was a competitive Magic player. Played this game since Revised. Ducked out for quite a long time in between, came back around in Origins, and really enjoyed drafting. Got really good at Limited to the point where I was kind of becoming the end boss at my local LGS, and someone told me to start going to PTQs, so I did. And I ended up having a year where I qualified for every regional, every RPTQ that I could. So that was 4 in a year. I actually have 4 of the promotional Snapcaster mages you get from going to 4 of those events. My very first one, I missed top 8 by less than 1%. It was explained to me later that it may be because I was cajoled or big timed into accepting a draw with a much more prominent local grinder. Who will remain nameless, and that may have cost me my chance to get top 8. There was a collective groan. People were rooting for me because I was the new guy. Just didn't quite happen. My next one, I qualified for a modern RPTQ off a limited PPTQ, and I'd never played modern at all. So I ended up building Bant Eldrazi because it's about all I could afford, and ended up getting second place in that, and lost to Infect in a very close third game, and ended up winning a box of Modern Masters for my trouble. Not bad, could have went worse. The third one was another one where I won in Standard, but ended up in Modern somehow, and I had humans at that time, and I just drew terribly and crashed and burned. This is before the new Mulligan rule that lets you still draw 7. So when you were down a card with humans, it's pretty hard to come back, and the deck can be very powerful but also very volatile. So it just went really badly, and I just ate shit and died. The one I finally got in, which was for this Pro Tour Kaladesh badge. Was for Limited, and the RPTQ was also for Limited. My sealed pool was pretty weak, and I lost my first game, and then won every game after that to get into top 8. I was confident that if I can get into the draft portion, that I would do really well. And once I got into the draft portion, I built a really broken green-black shell around, there was an enchantment that generates clues. For the life of me, I can't remember what it was. It was a green enchantment. Makes clues. Investigate. What the heck was it called? I can't remember what it was called. But it had stuff like Byway Couriers in it, and Patrol, and all that stuff. And basically the deck could just grind forever. And I ground out my opponent in the longest game at the table. Uvenwald Mysteries. There we go. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, investigate. I had multiple mysteries in my deck, and just gummed up the ground and killed everything that could fly and deal damage. And we got to a board state where every other match had finished at the RPTQ, and it was just us two. And there's 4 judges sitting around waiting for us to finish. And it's clear the opponent has run out of tricks and can't beat me. They've got about 3 cards left in their library. We both have an insane board that makes it improbable for one another to swing through. And he begrudgingly waits until he draws that last card, draws out, loses, and I get the blue envelope. And then I get a free tour to free ticket to Hawaii, round trip. This is back when they did actual payouts, when they did travel awards. Travel awards is what you'd call them. And that was pretty cool. I mean, I got to learn a lot. I also got to learn that Pro Magic is the kind of people who play Pro Magic at high levels. A lot of them are just giant gaping assholes. Just huge gaping assholes. Dorks and assholes. I'm fine with dorks. I have a lot of friends who are dorks. But people who are dorks and assholes, insufferable. So my experience was miserable. Like, I played a lot of people who tried to big time me, a lot of people who tried to rules lawyer me, a lot of people who tried to pressure me, a lot of people who talked shit the entire time I was playing games. My two good matches were against I believe Frank Leopold and BBD. Both very polite people, both a lot of fun to play with. Both reminded me why I liked the game in the first place. But virtually every other person I played with was a scoundrel or a dickhead. So it made me not want to play professional Magic anymore. You may or may not know me, and I've said this in some of my other intros, but I haven't said it in this one. I am an autistic adult. I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome many years ago. And as a result, I'm kind of clinically honest. I am who I am. And while I'm a good person, I know what I'm about. I don't suffer fools, and I don't take shit from anyone or anything. I'm about fairness and justice and, still trying to be kind. And I love games like this in general because they're really skilled. They can be really skill testing. And that usually attracts me. Unfortunately, the caliber of people that populated the highest echelons of Pro Magic are caustic and toxic. It's especially bad if you're a single person like I was and not a part of a team. Once you're part of a team, and all praise to people like friggin' Reed Duke who qualify for everything forever. It's a lot easier if you have a team. It's a lot easier if you have a team and sponsors and a system set up behind you that supports you. Whereas if you're a single person, let alone a person with a disability like myself, it's a really unforgiving environment. It's a really unfriendly environment. And Wizards could do a lot better to make it a more reasonable place and a more welcoming place for individuals who actually strive and achieve what's a relatively difficult thing to do. Today we are going to be playing my red-black aggro that we've been playing for quite a while. There have been pretty minimal changes to this. It's performed pretty solidly against virtually everything. It's definitely a 50% deck. It's definitely a Jund-style deck where it has a little game against everything. One thing that has changed in the sideboard is I cut one Rampage for one more Scorching Dragonfire. This drops us a couple percentage points against Teamer Adventures, but I'm not seeing Teamer Adventures as much as I'm just seeing the standard packages of Mono Red or Uro. So I figured having a Scorching Dragonfire helps in literally both of those matchups. It kills the Annex, and it kills the Uro. It's also, of course, something else we can bring in against the Rakdos Sacrifice decks and all the cat decks. So there is that. I've kind of given up on the Jund variation. I wasn't getting anywhere with it. It feels like it's too ambitious, and the format is way too streamlined as we're going into spoiler week. So that experiment will have to wait until after the new set comes out to see if there's any tools that make it usable. But for now, we are just going to do what we're doing, right? And, damn it. Ranked Draft Core. They're never going to have Eldraine come back, huh? I really wanted to draft Eldraine. That was a set I wasn't playing when it was out. And that would let me eventually build the Teamer Adventure deck, which I think looks like fun. Damn it. Alright. We have sound effects today. They're very small ones. Looks pretty reasonable. So we grab a mountain, and then we have all of our colors. We just need any land, and we can recur the Kroxa. Might end up chucking the Kroxa into the Calls the Dead if I have to. Sometimes it's worth it. I'm almost certainly holding Growth Spiral here. So if we draw any land off the top here, we can bring back Kroxa on turn 4. Some version of Simic Ramp. If we don't draw the 4th land for Kroxa, we just Murderous Rider the Risen Reef. Are we disconnecting? We're disconnecting, aren't we? Damn it. Oh, wait. So now we get Kroxa on the field. If they play a Nissa or a Cavalier, we just crush it with Murderous Rider. That was their best possible play, and they had it. Oh, this is an old deck. This is a very old deck. I mean, they've already got enough mana to Mass Manipulation 1 creature, though. It's really, really bad for me. So I guess we definitely want the Remorse, and we kind of want the Bone Crusher, too. Amazingly, even the turn 4 Kroxa seems like it could lose to what we've seen out of our opponent's deck already. Really hoping he'd block there. That would let us Rampage and Remorse. That's kind of what we were hoping for. Thassa and Risen Reef. I think we just take Uro, right? And then he's dead. Damn it. So obnoxious. We swing Bone Crusher, the Krasis with the zombie, and then Kroxa? Doing a lot with a little mana here.
Witness the ties that bind us all.
Man, this guy just won't die.
The land fights
Now I think
for
we
us.
just go Phoenix. Hope he doesn't hit a Cavalier Thorns. We're far enough behind that I think that's our only good option now. If we could Kroxa, we could just deal 3 to him that way, but we can't. Yeah, let's just try to kill him in the air. As long as he bricks this turn, we win. Yet another example of cancerous card design in Magic the Gathering. An uninteractive pile of bombs. Better than my deck. Do I want the Eat? The Phoenix that calls the dead. I mean, because he has Cavalier, we probably don't want as many Phoenixes. Now, we probably need to Eat as well. Duh. I forgot the Cavalier. The Cavalier is probably what beats us, honestly, right? It's impressive that we played through mass manipulation. We're dead to a Thassa and any of his shenanigans, but if that happens, maybe we board in all the libations. Don't know if Thassa is more of a splash or it's genuinely a Thassa deck. So hard to make that decision. In which case, I think we board out all the Bedevils, maybe one of the Murderous Riders, bring in the full set of libations. I think we want that, actually. Thassa or Cavalier of Thorns? Well, we can't ever get Thassa off the table. I guess this is what we gotta take. It's a really good hand for them for having so few cards. Yeah, it's not great for me. So I can't take this. They're going to get to draw a card and a land and have a 5/6 giant fucking creature. Damn. And I drew another land. Feeling pretty screwed here. Need to hit our boy Kroxa to get back in this. Is that a fucking Endray's Forerunner? Okay. And we've drawn three land in a row. Dude. Drawn 3 land in a row. Ugh. We disconnecting again? What's going on? Damn it! What the hell is going on today? Oi! As if this matchup isn't annoying enough. Huh. Probably not good enough, right? If he gets mass manipulation, it's a pretty big game. We're getting our asses kicked by elementals. Very nice. So we Mire Triton to mill the Kroxa. Right? Are we milling these things or are we not milling these things? I guess we don't have to mill these things. Well. We don't want to show him we have that now. Kind of hoping he just like takes Murderous Rider, right? Jesus Christ. I don't think there's any coming back from this level of value. Yeah. We're done here. Okay, that was fun. So we do need a little more interaction, I guess. I mean, we just didn't really draw that well, huh? Didn't hit any Bone Crushers there. Yeah, just have to draw better, really. If ever there was a good example of how shitty this format is, it's literally a pile of broken cards with no strategy or synergy or anything whatsoever. I agree. Yeah, it's fucking shitty. I'm with you, disembodied sound effects. Keep that. That'll give us our 4. And we have Rampage or Scorching into Kroxa here. Missed. Unfortunate. So see if turn 4 Kroxa gets the job done. All we can do is hope. Could have Aether Gust from his sideboard. I'm hoping he doesn't, but very possible, very reasonable. If he Cavaliers here, we're just going to kill his board. We'll murder Strider the Cavalier and Rampage the Risen.
Together, we will prevail.
So in this case, we will...
Nature's true power.
Ooh. So we kill one of these. Kill one of these. Swing with everything in Nissa. Blocks the 6/6. Or we lose a zombie. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can take Uro. I mean, if he drops another Uro here, then we don't really need to worry about that plan, right? We're hoping he's priced into wanting to just trade with the zombie. Yeah. I think I put him under enough pressure that, combined with removing a creature, I could be wrong. finds another Uro. Life is pain. So we hit him for 7 here, and if we can keep his hand empty, any swing kills him. Oh no, because he's going to get to Uro anyway. Yeah. I think we're boned. Oh, cruel fate to be thusly boned. He has a mass manipulation, but doesn't look like he's anywhere near it. And we didn't get any of our Ashioks this game. Definitely kind of weak to Green Cavalier. Maybe that Scorching Dragonfire should be turned into an Epic Downfall. We have top decked a bunch of Kroxas with our Scries too, which isn't helping us. So at the least, we can swing with Kroxa and Knight. Trade Kroxa with Uro. And potentially recast Kroxa or pump Knight. Why is our deck just mono Kroxas? This is the 4th one. We bottomed the other 2 or shuffled them away. It's really annoying. So is this lethal? That's lethal, isn't it? Alright. Okay. I'm down with that. We'll turn that Scorching Dragonfire into a Epic Downfall. Has a little more utility. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's better against Jeskai Fires too, right? And because we're a 24 land deck with a pretty low curve, I'd rather have more 2-drops than E2 Extinctions. Oh, we drew reasonable hands and we won a game. Kind of off-brand for us, huh? Ugh. You think we can talk our opponent into playing poker? Any chance we can talk him into playing poker? We're gonna get another 1-lander. Oh, okay. Reasonable. Yeah. Let's see. That's the 4th land, which is often instrumental. But given the state we're in, okay, so probably Medias Aureus, Medias Esper. Oh yeah, I almost biffed that. I always think this is Blood Crypt, because I'm an idiot. I'm never going to shoot my 4th land now, am I? It's starting to worry me. Oh no! Oh no! How did everything go so wrong off a decision made in complete darkness? Calls the Dead missed. All my land milled. Fucking hell. Okay, okay. Can we get a hit, please? We disconnected again, or are you thinking about brazen borrowing me? I'm just thinking about brazen borrowing me. I'm probably going to get my Shatter the Sky on here. At the very least, with 3 mana up, I can pump for free card draw. I mean, it still sucks because my scry will be nothing, but I feel like being down a card and not knowing exactly what their deck is. We have to play into it. That's a really good hit. Now we can Kroxa next turn. Okay, so they have 2 Nisses. So now we're probably just
which cannot protect itself.
rampaging the Nissa. It's not a card we can leave on the table. If they Tamio here, I'm going to be a little sad, but that's just what this deck does. Well, we're about to find out if they've got Brazen Borrower or main deck Aether Gust, huh? Note how we had to spend 2 cards to stop the Nissa from fucking destroying us because Magic is poorly designed. Sure.
Sorry I'm late. No more. Let's try this.
And the next culprit of the shitty card design brigade. You suck. You suck, dude. You're the worst. You're the dirt worst. Fantastic. After I used both my rampages, Probably just screwed now. I mean, if there's a way I can position him to be down to one card and then Kroxa and Murderous Rider in the same turn, which I can't, so. Not a lot of people are still playing Dream Trawler. Now we know, so we bring in an additional Rampage, we bring in an additional Libation, so we have at least 4 sacrifice effects here. We bring in Eat to Extinction for Uro, Epic Downfall for Uro, a couple Duresses, Ashiok for Uro. We'll cut some Phoenixes, we'll cut some creatures because they like to shatter this guy. Whose guy? This guy. And Bone Crusher seems like it doesn't do a heck of a lot here. I think that's where we're at. Now we know we have to save the sacrifice effects for the Dreamy Tea. We're gonna get more coffee soon, man. Henry, give me more coffee. Dude, you are not as helpful as I would have hoped. Decent. It has lands, it has spells, we'll keep it. Come on, asshole. Let's play your asshole deck. Let's play some Teferis, Uros, Crasises, fucking Nissas. You human garbage fire. You skillless hack. You spineless sack of protoplasm. Come on. Get out of here. One or two drop would be nice. Remorse or Duress would be nice. Fucking land! Scrounge a land to the bottom. What do we get? Fucking land! See if we miss on this again. Oh. Got rid of 2 lands though. Upside. Holy shit. Well, based on the trajectory of this game, we are not going to get there. Just not looking like we're going to get there. Too many lands, too little anything else. Keeping that there. Now we can shatter us and we don't draw a card, but you know, gotta use our mana. Gotta do the plays that we can do. Pardon me. Dream Trawler? That would be great. Really open for Dream Trawler there. Would have been pretty great for us. Okay. So we have a swamp. Might have been worth it to take him to 6 there. Okay, so he's going to shatter. Alright. Not going to shatter. Okay, so... Huh.
Witness the ties that bind us all. The land shall conquer you.
Way too many lands. Not a simple castle either. Let's see here. So if I had 6th him last turn, I have lethal now. Or do I have lethal now? I can get this to 9, 2. I have lethal now, don't I? Now I can only single pump. Damn it. I missed the lethal basically. Shit. I played around the Shatter of the Sky, and it's going to lose me the game. We attack Nissa or him now. We attack him, and we can just rampage the Nissa and then die to the fucking Dream Trawler again. Yeah. Gonna have to start drawing better. This is why I would encourage no one to play standard, and certainly no one to play ranked. Keep in mind, there's nothing to achieve here. There's nothing to accomplish. People who get to Mythic aren't good or special or skilled or different from you. They're just people who ground a tremendous amount of time and a decent amount of money into playing one of the 3 decks that work, which is to say mono red, Jeskai Fires, or any of the many Simic variations that are all essentially just the same fucking deck. Just do a broken thing, win, repeat. The decks all virtually play themselves. Stomp. Okay. What the fuck is this? 4-color Thassa? We're gonna bring in all our libations here because this is weird. Yeah. This is real weird. 4-color Thassa. What the fuck?
I'm known for my excellent timing. Don't make this.
That seems
Might be
idiotic.
a bad idea.
Okay. What do you say, man? Four-color fires? Is this a thing? Oh, the 4th color is just so he can use Kenny. It just says black so we can activate Kenny. Sure. No, we're just looking for our Kroxa boy. The elite guard made incidentally very good against us. Good reason to board out a couple. That's a problem. Now Kenny comes back and we die. Yeah. Now Kenny comes back and we die. We got 3 agonizing remorses left in our deck. Nope. Doesn't matter. Jeskai Fires, similar to the other decks in that once Fires is played, they basically just get to spam the field with the most expensive cards in the format, regardless of color. As you saw, he's playing a 4-color deck, didn't miss any lands, had no problem beating me. And there was no lines of play I had that changed the outcome even slightly. So... yeah, most of his things are 3s, huh? I don't know why my avatar got switched to a Johnny. It's been Sarkin forever. I guess. 5 land and 2 cards. Seems like it's probably better than 2 land and 5 cards with how we draw. If this goes well here, we've got Ashiok on turn 4, or Kroxa rather on turn 4. He does have 2 toughness creatures. This is a hybrid Thassa Fires deck? This is a... What the fuck is going on here?
Beg for your luck. Let this. My victory was but a dream.
So now even if he kills it, we have the Fabled Passage to activate it.
You strike out of fear.
Now we're going to activate first, because if he has Aether Gust, we want to be sure we get the use out of Ashiok first.
One last nightmare.
Conquer's Death, Scorching Dragonfire, Fires of Invention. Huh. Oh, he is getting punished for his mana base now.
Behold, I always return.
Well, we've got plenty of fuel for Kroxa, and we do have 2 of them. He probably can't come back from this. Hoping for a top deck Thassa, which if he draws, we will Murderous Rider the Elite Guard Mage. Now, we haven't seen Thassa yet, but you don't play Charming and Elite Guard Mage without Thassa being far behind. The fact that we're in the colors we're in makes it particularly good against us because we only have so many libations, and now we have twice the threats we need to be able to remove them with, which is definitely problematic. We haven't seen Fibblethip yet, but he also could be in there. This doesn't seem like it's a Phoenix match. This match is really just all about Kroxa. See if we can win one more today. Sure. Grab a mountain, get a discard. Take a Thassa. No Thassa yet. I think because we have Ashiok, we probably just take the Guard Mage, right? So one more red source would be great here. It's pretty great. We found our boy.
You're not scared enough. So, your final terror is upon you.
So now we're gonna libation. Another Kenny. Impressive. We're so far ahead on cards right now. I'm just going to take his last creature off the table. I want to cut off as many possible avenues for him to come back as we can.
Right on schedule. I'm good. Don't worry. I got this.
That was a really good top deck. So, let's get another mountain. Kroxa. Rhea. Kroxa again. Rhea. Now you need to top deck or die.
That's more like it.
Wow, he did. We continue to get land. Now he's dead to any Bone Crusher. All this. Holy fucking shit. You're literally just drawing land. Like, that's it. Wow. Well, I guess this does it, right? Yeah. Well, we got two. So we made, I think we made no progress. We finished our fucking dailies. That's our progress. Okay, that's probably been enough of this. We need to go do anything more reasonable or more fun. Hey, Borderlands 3 had a new expansion. Came out today. Maybe we'll play some of that. We're also still considering trying out the new Hearthstone, the rebooted Hearthstone. I have to think about it. Might do that. We're going to be indoors a while. Still lots of options. At any rate, I've been Gravity Goo for Not Safe for Work Magic. I hope you've enjoyed watching with me today and watching the degenerate bullshit that is standard currently. And we're always hoping that our opponent's heads explode. And we're going to do that as anime as possible. Later.